absolutely brilliant adjustments by Monty Williams. I watched game 3 and game 4 again, and the adjustments the Mavericks made, they were so simple yet so impactful. And it was really, really hard for me when I was trying to make a list of adjustments that I thought Monty would implement in game 5. It was really hard for me to come up with something that would work as well as what these adjustments made. And I didn't think of it because it's so simple, yet so, if you asked me to find a simple way to pick up the pace, it would have been to implement more Aaron Holiday. What does Monty do? DeAndre Ayton gets in early foul trouble. Instead of going to JaVale McGee, goes to Bismack Biyombo, who, it's well documented what I feel about Bismack Biyombo. Love him as a person, but I think as a player, he can be somewhat of a liability. But I did say in this particular series that I thought because of the size mismatch and the way Biyombo plays, it's a favorable matchup as long as he plays in spurts. You can't give him a significant amount of time. Wow, did he take advantage of the playing time today and did phenomenal for what he was asked to do. And not only did you make changes at backup point guard, but it wasn't Aaron Holiday. You had the backup shooting guard in Landry Shamet, who's been up and down all year long, has had some pretty good postseason games. You put him as the backup point guard, and he was phenomenal, not only offensively, but defensively. And Landry Shamet's not even a good defensive player, all things considered. Went above and beyond what he was asked to do. Chris Paul, still struggling offensively. Only had 7 points on 3 made shots. Had 10 assists, though, so got back in the groove of passing. Still turning the ball over a little more than I'd like, but I'm not worried about it. It's Chris Paul. I promise you, he's going to figure it out. I promise you. And, of course, I'm going to go back tomorrow. I'm going to rewatch this game, and it's not going to be torture because I love just about everything I saw today. But the one thing I want to give kudos to the Dallas Mavericks is something that is very, very hard to say because at the beginning of the series, I thought it was going to be such a huge mismatch advantage for the Phoenix Suns. And that is, I think the Dallas Mavericks are officially in DeAndre Ayton's head. The guy is not playing like the dominant force he should be playing against this team. DeAndre Ayton, especially this game, had a very, very good game 1 and game 2. Struggled pretty bad in game 3 and game 4. And the bad shots that he settled for, how often he was fishing for a whistle, the lack of aggression that I always say, he's not going to be a consistent aggressive player. He is what he is at this point, and that's a very good top 10 center in the NBA. Where he ranks in the top 10, that's on you. I have him in my top 10. He's not in my top 5, but he's just not playing how he should be playing, and I think that's going to work to the Mavericks' advantage going into Game 6 in Dallas. I still have the Suns winning in 6. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near what we saw today. I think, because, in the first quarter, the Mavericks were implementing their game plan very well. I don't want to say to perfection because the Suns had their moments in the second half of the first quarter, but it was working. And I think as long as the consistent up-tempo that they tried to implement today carries its way over to Dallas, I see the Suns winning Game 6. Not impossible that it goes to a Game 7, I think the way home court has played such an influence in this series, a Game 7 is totally possible. But I'm sticking to my guns. Suns in 6. Devin Booker, absolutely phenomenal game. Mikal Bridges finally looked like himself. Made some Defensive Player of the Year worthy plays. And that bench, man. The Suns finally got that bench going in the right direction. And I can't wait to see what this looks like in Game 6. Again, I'll be back with you guys tomorrow. I'll take some notes, let you know what I think going into Game 6. And, yeah, I'm just going to go on enjoying the night. Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow.